Have you ever wondered why there's only one surfer on every wave? It's because surfing's the most antisocial sport in the world. With the amount of sitting around, you'd think these guys would talk, but they don't. They just look to the horizon and wish that everyone else would just hurry up and die. The surfer dreams of being alone. And right now, after losing everything, I really felt like surfing alone. I didn't want to talk to anybody, not even to myself. After a while, James started riding for the horizon, which I found strange, so I followed. And when we got to the horizon, as crazy as it seems, there was another horizon, so we rode for it. Finally, we reached land again and saw other surfers again. Now, the wave they were riding was really famous, but honestly, both James and I only felt like riding it once. In South Africa, we got our first jobs. I believe we were supposed to be food for the great white shark, but it didn't really work. The problem was these guys. They lived nearby, and they didn't have cages, so the sharks would just eat them all day and never bother with us. You know, those researchers were so stupid. If I was them, I would have made the holes in the cage bigger. Then the sharks would have tried for us. But they weren't smart enough to do this. I guess it was like having an office job and sitting at a desk all day. I'd get so sick of it, and I'd just start puking my guts out. This one time, I was puking so hard, and you know what the researchers did? You know what they did? They fired me. Can you believe that? Those little nerds fired me. I'd never been fired before. And I must admit, it really hurt. But in the end, we had the last laugh. Those guys were so surprised when James quit. I wasn't, though. He's my best friend. And that's what best friends do. You know, with all that studying the researchers have done, they should have known that kind of thing. While searching for a job, we hitched a ride with this rich French girl. She liked to stop where there was l'animaux, as she would say. So we never found any work. We just saw gnu's, and they saw us. We saw elephants, and they smelt us. Do you know how elephants sleep? They rest a different leg every 5 minutes. I couldn't do that. Now, we also saw blue-balled monkeys, whose blue balls are for advertising. And there were giraffes. They communicate by moving their ears. And do you know why zebras have their stripes? They have their stripes so that when they run in a herd, the stripes mix together and make a giant zebra, one that's larger than any attacker would dare to challenge. And we saw a rhino. It weighed 2.5 tons. That's the same as my truck and James's truck together. It was impossible to make a buck in Africa, so we pressed on. Once again we rode to the horizon. And I know you won't believe this, but once again there was another horizon, so we rode for it. When we finally reached land, it was no surprise to see other surfers. And it was no surprise that they were riding a famous wave. But nothing had changed for James and I. We still only felt like riding it once.